Hello and welcome to GTO Coach and Go. I'm Jim Delleman with Group Travel Odyssey, and I want to thank you all for joining us again this afternoon. And before we get started on today's topic, I do want to remind you that if you've not done so yet, please make sure to follow us on LinkedIn at Group Travel Odyssey. And if you're watching us on YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking that little subscribe button there. And if you ring the bell, you will be notified anytime that we do have new content on our page. So make sure you do that. This afternoon, I do want to welcome back our friend and our lead accuracy guru, Sierra Jenin. So welcome, Sierra.
Hi.
Today, I know we're going to be taking everybody through our new supplier portal. But before we do that, I sent out an email to all of our users last evening about information that we received from Disney. And I know you wanted to give a little update and tutorial on that. So I'm going to turn it over to you so you can go ahead and take it away.
Yeah, just real quick for all of our tour operators, if you were not on the Walt Disney World webinar yesterday, they introduced a new park reservations assistance program that they sent out instructions for last night. So it is live, I believe. I'm not going to tell you or explain how to use it. We did receive the information from Disney on how to use that. So I'm going to share my screen. Perfect. Yeah. And I will show you. So I'm in Supplier Manager under Walt Disney World Parks. And in the attachments, for all of our tour operators that are using our system, we've got a couple different profile brochures available for you to look at. This one that I just added is the information on how to use the theme park reservation system, again, through Disney. So if you weren't on that email string from Disney yesterday, I did go ahead and put that PDF here so you all have access to it, any of our current users. We did just want to share that we did go ahead and set up a product and a price so that if your company decides to use the park reservation assistance and want to budget for it in your upcoming proposals, there is its own product and price that you can choose. So it's labeled park reservation assistance because that's what Disney called it. And there are two different prices to choose from. One is the $1 per ticket pricing, and that is for groups up to $250. It's just a flat $1 per ticket cost to use this program that they're offering now. And then if you have over 250 passengers, it's just a flat $250 rate. So if you're working on a very large group proposal, then you can just add the $250 rate. I'm going to just take you over to Sales Manager real quick. And so I am in a proposal, and I've added the Supplier Walt Disney World Parks. And there are two ways that you can add in this extra fee if your company, again, you don't have to use this. It's whether your company chooses to use this service that Walt Disney World is offering. If I just type in reservation, or not even, I can just type in a couple letters, it's going to bring it up for you. So here you can find the park reservation assistance for the $1 per ticket up to 250 people. Or again, the flat $250 rate for the larger groups over 250. So you can just add that in like you would a regular product and price into a proposal. Now, I did go ahead and leave the proposal language blank because if your company decided they wanted to word this in hey, now we're able to make your park reservations for you, or whatever your company wants to do, you can go ahead and type in whatever proposal language you would like there. So the cost is built in. There is one other way that you can do this efficiently. If you're adding a park ticket, so let's just pick this Youth General. It's a 2-day starter package. There is always this option of, do you need to add a miscellaneous cost? You can click this. And again, if it's smaller than a group of 250, you can just add in the $1 into the miscellaneous individual cost. And again, that will add $1 per person onto your proposal. So whatever your company would like to use, both of them are available for your use today and can be added to your proposals moving forward. So, and again, if you need more information on what we're actually talking about, if you don't even know what Disney Park Reservation Assistance Program is, go ahead and check out that PDF, and then call your Disney rep if you need some more information on that.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yeah, so that's just a little bit about the Disney update.
Excellent. Excellent. And, you know, as we've said before, anytime we do have important updates that affect a lot of our users, we will make sure to keep you updated on that. And as we did last evening, we'll send you an email. And then if we have the opportunity like this, we'll go ahead and take you through how this actually can be booked. So thank you, Sierra, for taking us through all of that. Now, our main part of what we're going to be talking about today, we have launched or are launching a new supplier portal, and that is found on our website on grouptravelodyssey.com. And what that is for those suppliers out there that are either not in our system yet, or if you would like, as a supplier, if you'd like to go back in and update your pricing or update your products and things like that, we have a way for you to do that now. And so I'm going to let Sierra go ahead and talk about how our supplier portal is going to be working.
So I want to lead with our supplier manager is, I believe, one of the first in the industry to really bring together tons of suppliers that are up until now hand entered by my team directly from the supplier. And we have put a lot of heart and soul and time and energy, blood, sweat, and tears into this. And this is only going to help us make it better because you as a supplier, for those of you watching and that maybe will watch this in the recorded session, we have tried to create a system that will make it quite easy for you to enter any updated products and pricing, or maybe you're not even in our system and want to reach quite a lot of tour operators and sales folks in one system instead of having to call multiple tour operators and multiple sales and did all of the sales team of that tour operator get the notice, and do they know about your product and price. Now you can just enter it into our supplier portal. This website here goes directly into our GTO system. So you're not actually entering into our system that our tour operators use. You're entering into a portal that we've created that feeds directly into our Group Travel Odyssey. So I have a test username and password that I've got set up for us. And I'll just go ahead and get us logged in here, hopefully. All right, so this is what a supplier would see if they have their username and password. It fills out their supplier name, so whatever their name is. If they have uploaded a logo, they don't have to, but their logo is here. This is the main supplier, so our tour operators are familiar. The top part of every supplier is all the main information, so you'll see that on the front page of their profile sheet. And then if we do our products, we are going to look at all of the products associated with this GTO test supplier. And so we can see right now, the supplier has logged 3 different products. It looks like I have an educational workshop that's an hour and a half long. And I also have a meal voucher price in here. So you can see the products are here, but you can't see any pricing. Very simply, you hit view pricing. And if you hit show me more, you'll get the overall snapshot of what is in this. So the admission rate, it looks like that is valid from today through December 31st of 2022. For a one-day park admission, it's an $89 student price and an $89 adult price. Looks like we've got a 6.5% sales tax, a group minimum of 10. Looks like, oh, they've got a $10 flat rate mailing fee for those tickets. So any information, again, that is in our Group Travel Odyssey system for the tour operators to use, suppliers can now enter that into here, and it will feed our operations system. So I've got an educational workshop again. It looks like it's an hour and a half. if I view that, it's a STEAM workshop. It looks like it's the $300 flat rate group price, good through 2022. Now let's check out this meal pricing. If I hit view pricing again, this one is actually only good through December of 2021. So let's say that I am GTO test supplier and I'm the one that does the group pricing. I want to go in and add the 2022 meal pricing. It just came out today. All I have to do is hit add new pricing. I pick whether it's a group price, so a flat rate price, or a per person. This one is a per person. I can type in a short price description so that the sales team knows, or whoever's choosing this price knows what it is. So let's say this is a meal voucher, good for 1 entree and 1 beverage at select park dining areas. I hit next. You're going to choose whether it's a student youth pricing, an adult pricing, fit, incentive, receptive. Let's say this one is good for all of them. So it's just meal vouchers. It doesn't matter. Let's say it's good for student, adult, and receptive rates. And this is going to be good for all of 2022. So I'm just going to pick January through December 31st. To get our special rate, let's say they've got a group minimum of 20 and there's no maximum because we're talking about a big park. We do have exciting, I know some of you know this from our last week update, different currencies now. So it will automatically default to US dollars, but if we're working in a different country, we can change that currency code. Let's say this meal voucher is $15 for any range of student, $15 for an adult. Child is, say they get a discount, it's $10.50 for children up to 12 years old. Senior pricing is the same, veteran pricing is the same. Tax, 6.5%, why not? And then we've got another percentage fee. So let's say there was a 3% admin fee, we can put that there. If there was maybe $1 per person mailing fee or gratuity, if this was a step-on guide, whatever that may be. So we've got some ways for suppliers to add in every single fee that is associated with that price. That way the tour operator is getting the final price for their budgeting purposes. So again, if we had a per person fee, if there was, again, let's say that this one again has a $10 flat rate mailing fee, we could add that in. So now what our system is going to do is take all the per person's price, include this group fee, and then give you all a nice budgeted price for the overall meal vouchers. Then it takes us to the comp details. Is the tour director comped? Not on meals. Driver's not on meals. You can type in some complementary details. You can pick whether you get, let's say maybe they only get 2 total per motor coach. You can pick motor coach and type in a 2. I know a lot of you have, a comp ratio. Maybe you have a comp ratio of 1 in 20, so you just put a 20 there. You can even type it in here if you don't want to fill these out. So again, this is going straight to the tour operator so that they know, hey, I'm going to give you a 1 in 20 comp ratio, or I can't comp anything for meals, but we do a 1 in 20 comp ratio on admission, or whatever that looks like. So then I'm going to hit submit new pricing. And it is as simple as that. It takes you back to your product page. You have now submitted your 2022 meal voucher pricing. It will show up automatically in your system so you can see it, so you can double check what you just put in. I will tell you that until my team just takes a quick glance over it just to make sure everything's filled in right, that way our system will calculate it right, all the boxes that need to be filled in are filled in. Then once we just hit take it out for review, basically it will be live in our system. So as soon as my team can get to it and we're we're typically pretty quick. It will go live in our GTO system for the tour operators to use. So typically, within the day, definitely less than 24 hours, we would get that price live in the GTO system to be brought into a number of proposals that are going out every day.
And Sierra, that brings up a good point. And for our operator users that are watching, just to let you know, as Sierra said, anything that is entered through the supplier portal has to be submitted for review before it actually goes live. So, we can't stress that enough. I know that's one of the things that we've been talking about throughout the development of the hosted supplier data management system, is that everything is going to be accurate. We have a team of people, Sierra and her team, that goes through everything and makes sure everything is accurate before it is published. So for suppliers out there, you will be entering the information, and then Sierra and her team will be going through it to make sure and check it for accuracy and to make sure it actually flows through our system the way that it needs to. So that's very important.
Yeah, we're just going to make sure all the most important boxes are filled in. Maybe you didn't know to fill in all the pricing boxes and you just put an adult price in, but we also need a student and child price and that sort of thing. So we will just be checking it over just to make sure all the appropriate boxes are filled in to make the calculations work correctly for our tour operators.
Excellent.
Yeah, and it's really as simple as that for those suppliers that are out there. Again, once you get a username and password, if you are already in our system, you will land on your home page. You can update any, let's see if I can go back. There are contacts. So if you want to add a contact for us, if let's say this salesperson has left, we can get rid of that and add a new contact. So all of this lives under your information on your supplier portal. Again, your products. And then I know some of you have switched addresses. I know some of the restaurants, have gotten different locations, that sort of thing. Maybe you have gotten rid of your fax number, or you want to update your email from info@ to sales, whatever that looks like. So you'll be able to update live your supplier information, your contacts, and again, all your products and pricing. But if I log out of GTO Test Supplier and I am on our main GTO Supplier Portal home, for suppliers that are interested to sign up, there is 2 contact information, Jim and Joanne here, so they can easily send an email to get our username and login. Mm-hmm. If they think they're already on our system and just need their username and login. If you're kind of new to the tour world and you've never really worked with tour operators, or you don't think you're in the system, what you can do is you can hit the register button. And you just type some simple information, basically your email, who you are, and your address. You can put a logo in if you want. You don't have to. That will then go to our team for us to contact you with a username and password. So we'll get you a login. We'll kind of get the back end set up for you on our system. So then once we give you the username and password, you'll be able to then enter your products and pricing. So again, for those of you that are using the register, and this is only for suppliers, so we're not talking about our tour operator users, but suppliers. If you're using the register button, it'll send us a notification and we'll get in contact with you. So just as soon as we can get your username and password to you, then you can start adding your products and pricing. And again, it'll be less than 24 hours once you add those that it will go live in our system for our tour operators to use.
And for suppliers that are out there, you may be asking, why is this important for us? Why should we be listed in the Group Travel Odyssey system? Well, we have a lot of operator companies that are using this system in order to actually develop, sell, book their tours, their group travel. So since we are hosting the supplier website or the supplier database, as soon as you can get your information in there, it goes live for 100 users or more. You're going to be at the fingertips of everybody who's going to be booking these trips into your attraction or restaurant or park. or museums. So, it is important that you get the information in there. For our operators that are out there, if you know of suppliers that need more information or have been asking about Group Travel Odyssey, you can go ahead and give them our website and tell them that there's a portal that they can go ahead and sign up, or they can contact me, they can contact Joanne, they can contact info@gtonetwork.com. Anything that they want to do in order to get more information. And you can contact any of us, actually, and we'll be more than happy to talk to you about what Group Travel Odyssey is and why it is important for you all to be listed and to make sure that your pricing is correct. We know, and I think one of the reasons that this was developed the way that it was is, I come from the supplier side of things. So I know historically how it's not always the easiest to continually send out your pricing and your products to hundreds and hundreds of tour operators. Addresses change, people leave the companies, you're not exactly sure who gets the information. Well, this gives you an opportunity to get that information in front of them only by entering the information one time. So it's saving you a lot of time. I wish I would have had a system like this when I was working on the supplier side of things, because it would have saved me a lot of time. So if you do have questions on that, please make sure to contact us and let us know as well.
Yeah. I will say that, so the way if we have any hoteliers watching, any motor coach operators watching, we do typically quote out in air. We do typically quote out, the tour operators will quote out motor coach and hotel costs. So as far as hoteliers and motor coach operators using the system, we can definitely make sure that your company is in the system, that we have all of your venue information updated for motor coaches, where your shops are, where you're leaving from, that we have your right contacts, because again, last year hit us all hard, and we know that people have moved on to different companies or left companies. So we still want to talk to you. We still want to make sure that we have your information available for the tour operators to use, and most importantly, your accurate information and your contacts. But for you folks, there is no products and pricing to enter, because we would contact you, the tour operators would contact you directly for quotes for motor coach, hotel, and air. So those three kind of sections of the industry, again, we're looking for your basic information, make sure we're up to date, make sure that you are in our system so that we can use you. But there are no products and pricing that we would enter for those three sectors. Everyone else, attractions, dining, clinics, we're always looking for, student performance opportunities in different locations, which has been very hard to come by, as most of our tour operators will tell us that we've been contacting destinations to see if they're allowing performances back or even allowing us to book yet for 2022. So we're really looking for those sort of opportunities and making sure that we have that information up to date in the system so that the operators know.
And also for our suppliers that may be wondering a little bit more about, who Group Travel Odyssey is, we're a cloud-based software that tour operators use in order to book their trips. So we're not actually booking the attractions. We're not actually booking the restaurants and the museums. That your bookings are still going to be happening the way that they do now. So the tour operators will be contacting you. The relationships that you have with the operators, you're going to continue hearing from them the same way. You're going to continue hearing from them when they're ready to book your product. What this does is this just puts the product in front of them. So we're not booking it. We're not involved with that part of the process. And your listing, your being involved, your signing up through the portal is complimentary. So that is something that you can do for free. So we want to make sure we want all of our users to have the greatest variety of attractions and events and restaurants and Broadway shows and everything. We want them to have that variety when they're booking, so that way they can bring people into your venues. And the easiest way for them to do that is by having all of these products in the system, so that way they can go through and find it and book it right away. So your contact information will be there. They will go ahead and contact you directly to do the bookings. So wanted to make that clear as well. But the sooner you get signed up for it, the easier it's going to be for all of the users and all of the people that are booking tours to actually go ahead and book your venue.
Yeah, great point.
So we have time. If you do have any other questions, we've got time for a few more questions today. If you don't have questions, you can go ahead and email them to us. And again, you can email either Sierra or myself, and we will be more than happy to answer any questions that you have. Also, if you are on our website, grouptravelodyssey.com, and you click on Supplier Portal, you will find my email address again, and also Joanne Moltz, who is the other community architect. And we will be more than happy to walk you through this system and talk to you about how important it is for the suppliers to be listed with Group Travel Odyssey. So don't be afraid to reach out to us. We're here. One of the things that I say every week is that we are a community. We are part of the travel community, and we're elevating group travel. We want to make sure everybody has the opportunity to experience this fantastic world as often as they possibly can. And for us to be able to present so many great options for travel and so many great products for travel is really, really important. So you can be a part of this community, and we will guide you through this process. We will be here with you throughout the entire process. So don't be afraid to reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to help you out. So wanted to thank Sierra for joining us once again today. And she and her team are working tirelessly to get all of this information into the system and updated, so that way all of our operator users have all of this information at their fingertips so they can start bringing groups into your venue. As I've said before, GTO Coach and Go happens every Thursday at 1 p.m. As well as doing this live, you can tune in later. If you go to our YouTube channel, our YouTube page, you can find all of our previous GTO Coach and Goes. So feel free to catch up on some fantastic information that we have about our GTO system. Also, we've started doing combos with colleagues. Joanne Moltz, our other community architect, takes you through a fantastic laid-back discussion with some of the industry's finest DMOs and operators and just really wonderful, experienced industry professionals. So we will have more information about when our next combos with colleagues will be happening. Those happen Tuesdays at 2, I believe every other week or so. So we will have more information that we will be sending out with that. So again, thank you for joining us today. If you need any other information on Group Travel Odyssey, contact us. Otherwise, we look forward to seeing you again next week, Thursday at 1 p.m. for our next GTO Coach and Go session. Have a fantastic week.